Hey fellow developers, ever ship a new feature and wonder if anyone's actually using it? Or maybe you're trying to decide whether to drop support for an older iOS version, but you're not really sure how many users that would affect? I'm Cihat from TelemetryDeck, and today I want to talk about something that changed how I build apps, actually understanding what my users are doing, not just guessing. Here's the problem. App Store Connect gives you some really useful data. Downloads, crashes, revenue, all important stuff. But here's what it doesn't tell you. Let's say you just launched a premium feature behind a paywall. App Store Connect shows you got 50 purchases per week. Nice. But did users discover that feature through your onboarding? Through exploring the app? From a notification you sent? You have no idea. Or imagine you're deciding whether to build Android support or invest more in iOS features. App Store Connect shows downloads, but it doesn't give you the engagement patterns, which features people actually use, or how sticky your app really is. You're basically flying blind when it comes to product decisions. And if you're like most indie developers, you end up making important choices based on hunches, gut feelings, or just what you personally would want. That works sometimes, but honestly, it's exhausting and you leave a lot on the table. This is where analytics comes in. And I mean real behavior analytics, not just download counts. The core idea is simple. Track what users actually do in your app. Then use the data to make smarter decisions. For example, imagine you could see that 80% of your users never make it past the second onboarding screen. That's not a nice to know, that's a crisis that's costing you users right now. Or picture this, you're debating whether to support that cool new iOS API that requires dropping iOS 15 or 16 support. Instead of guessing, you pull up your analytics and see that only 2% of your active users are on iOS 15. Easy decision, backed by real data. Here's another one. You spent weeks building a feature, shipped it, and nobody uses it. With analytics, you'd know within days whether people are discovering it, trying it once, and bouncing, or actually finding it valuable. That's the real power, turning I wonder if into I know that for basically every product decision you make. Let me give you some concrete examples from real app development. Scenario 1. You're launching a major release. Here's the critical thing about App Store Connect. The data shows up about 2 days later. So on launch day, you're basically blind. You ship and just hope nothing breaks. With analytics, you have live data on launch day. You can see exactly where users get stuck, what's working, what's breaking, and you can fix problems within hours, not days or weeks. When it matters most, on launch day, you can actually react fast. Scenario number 2, running a marketing campaign. Let's say it's Black Friday and you're running a special promotion. Or you paid for a feature in a newsletter. Or you're doing a product hunt launch. With analytics, you see the spike happening live. You can immediately see if something is working, make additional posts while traffic is hot, or catch bugs in your ad setup before you waste money. That real-time feedback, when running time-sensitive campaigns, that's the difference between optimizing in the moment and missing the window entirely. Scenario number 3. Understanding what makes users convert. This is a big one. Figuring out what actually drives purchases. You may know that your app takes like $500 a month, but do you know which features users tried before they decided to upgrade? Do you know if users who complete the onboarding are more likely to convert than those who skip it? Analytics shows you the connection between what users do in your app and whether they purchase. Maybe users who try feature X convert at 20%, but users who try feature Y convert at 5%. That tells you what's working and what's not, so you know what to improve and what to promote. So to be clear, App Store Connect is great for what it does. Downloads, revenue, crash report, that's solid stuff you should absolutely check. But it's designed for Apple's needs, the App Store ecosystem. You need to understand your users, onboarding, feature usage, what drives conversion. The trade-off with analytics, you have to integrate an SDK. But the good ones come with automatic tracking built in, and you can add custom tracking when you need it. Now, real talk, analytics aren't for every app or every situation. If you're building a super simple utility app and you're not trying to grow or optimize it, App Store Connect might be enough. But here's the thing, even if you don't have time to analyze data right now, setting up analytics early means the data is already there when you do. The right SDK takes just a few minutes to integrate and comes with built-in tracking for the basics that can be auto-detected. So you get automatic insights from day one, and the data keeps building up in the background. Then when you're ready to dig deeper, whether that's next week or next month, you already have the history to learn from. The only reason to skip analytics? If you're adding them just because it feels professional without any questions you want to answer, that's probably the wrong reason. But if you're launching soon, or if you have any questions about what users actually do in your app, analytics can become incredibly powerful. So here's the bottom line. App Store Connect tells you about downloads and money. Analytics tells you about users and behavior. Which features to build next? Where to spend your marketing budget? Whether the redesign helped or hurt. Analytics turns these questions from guesses into answers. And that's often the difference between building something that users tolerate and building something they love. If you're convinced analytics might help your app, the next question is which tool to use. I've got another video about why I chose TelemetryDeck specifically, the privacy-first approach, how it's built for indie developers, and what makes it different. Drop a comment if there's a specific decision you're trying to make about your app. I'm curious what problems you're trying to solve. Thanks for watching and happy coding!